If you're a business owner or a founder or someone in B2B sales, you've probably noticed that in the Gulf, buyers typically don't ever say no. But that also doesn't mean that they're saying yes. And if you don't understand the difference, you will waste months chasing a deal that's already dead. Let me break down what's really happening, because each country within the Gulf has its own communication style. Number one, Gulf clients avoid direct rejection out of respect. In this region, saying no directly can feel rude or confrontational. So instead, people soften the message, not because they want to mislead you, but because culturally maintaining harmony and respect comes first. So instead of no, you'll hear phrases like, let us review internally and get back to you. We'll come back to you. Send it over and we'll have a look. None of these actually mean yes. And most of the time they mean that we're not convinced yet. Number two, the polite corporate soft no in the UAE. In Dubai and Abu Dhabi, where the business culture is very international, people won't tell you no, but they will stall. The typical phrases in the UAE might look like, this looks interesting, let's sync next month. We've been reviewing budgets. Management is discussing internally. And what that really translates to is you haven't differentiated yourself. You're one of 20 vendors that they're speaking to. UAE clients say yes when they feel that you're low risk, you're credible, you understand their need, and you can move fast. Number three, the Saudi optimistic, relationship heavy maybe. So Saudi clients rarely say no, because with Saudi, trust is typically built over time. They might say something like, let's continue the conversation. We like this direction. But in Saudi, that's not really a commitment. It's almost a signal that they're evaluating you, not just the product. And I would say the deal only really moves on when you've shown that you're consistent, you are visiting and showing up, they trust you personally, they feel that you're not rushing them, you've spent time to understand their world, their priorities and their challenges. And if a Saudi client genuinely wants to move, you will feel it, because they'll become very direct and very fast. Number four, the Qatar formal hierarchical will review. In Qatar, there's a more controlled top-down decision structure. So when someone says, we will escalate it, or it needs approval, or we'll update you after the committee meets, what they actually mean is decisions are above me. And if you're not speaking to the actual decision maker in Qatar, you're just collecting a bunch of maybes that will never really convert. Number five, so how do you know when a Gulf client actually means yes? There is a universal rule in the region. If they want it, they will move fast. If they don't, they will move slow. And the real buying signals are they will start asking you more practical questions. It could be things like timelines, pricing structure, things around implementation. They might bring in the procurement team. They might introduce other internal stakeholders. They might start scheduling the call themselves or the follow-up calls themselves. They might start to share some more internal challenges with you a bit more openly. They could even ask you to revise the proposal for a final review. In this region, you might hear the term BAFO. I don't think it's just for kind of the Gulf. This is a universal thing, but they might ask you for your best and final offer. And if none of this is happening, you're probably not going to close, or you're not close to closing. So lastly, what to do differently. If you want real clarity in the Gulf, you need to ask direct, respectful questions. Things like, is this a priority for you this quarter? You can create some urgency around outcomes, but not just give discounts. Try to build real relationships and don't focus on those transactional pitches. Follow up whilst not being pushy and applying too much pressure, but use the WhatsApp method, just checking in, please take your time, come back to me whenever it feels right, and be consistent, but don't be too consistent. So not a daily follow-up, maybe a weekly or a bi-weekly follow-up. And understand decision-making structures in each country. As I said, the UAE is different to Qatar, Qatar is different to Oman, is different to Kuwait, to Bahrain, to Saudi Arabia. And the Gulf isn't a no culture, it's a respect culture. So once you understand that, everything changes. Thank you for watching. hit the subscribe button, drop a comment on your thoughts on the video, and I'll see you in the next one.